Hello, 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 and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. I'm doing things a little bit different um, because technical difficulties. We're traveling in the RV. We're actually in Florida. We're actually in the panhandle of Florida in a place called Sneads, Florida, Sneads, Florida. And yeah, it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, real close to, right next to really the Georgia state line. So, uh, yeah, so here we are. And because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, I'm having internet issues. So hopefully this will turn out okay. I have to use my phone, so it's a little bit different than usual, but we're still going to move forward. So happy New Year and welcome to this first episode of the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. So I'm actually trying something new. I started a couple of weeks ago and I'm streaming to Instagram. So that's very cool. It goes on live and then it archives and then I have to post it again. So it stays on Instagram. So check it out there if you like Instagram. Over other, you can watch this on Facebook, you can watch this on other things. So this live stream is different than the Good Vibes TV show, which happens every other Sunday is when I premiere a show, and this this last week's episode that should have happened, um, I think was supposed to drop. Um, let's see, when was it? December 24th. Well, that didn't happen because of the holidays and stuff like that. But I did get Susie's episode uploaded last night, 8 o'clock. She's a sound therapist, and if we're lucky, we'll be able to see her in about half an hour, um, and to talk about a special brain camp, free brain camp, virtual one coming up this Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I will let you know about that a little bit later in the show. So, Good Vibes Lifestyle, hashtag Good Vibes Lifestyle. What's it all about? Well, it's living in the higher vibrations, love, joy, peace, enlightenment, acceptance, all the positive emotions, because when we're in those vibrations, we are attracting like things. So, um, it's important if you want to create a better life to vibrate and raise your frequency into those higher realms. So, I'm all about starting a movement where people are more aware of their energy. And because when you're aware of your energy, and first you got to be aware, then you got to do something to raise your vibration so that you're not in the lower vibrations or emotions of fear, basically. It's basically fear on the bottom, love at the top. So there are many different versions of fear, like, anger and hate and all these lower vibration emotions. So it's important to be aware of what these are so that we can, know to raise our vibration and take some steps to do that. And so that's what this live stream is all about, tips and ways to do this. So this is so interesting doing this on my phone. I don't know. I'm getting all these notifications. I guess I should have turned those off, but it's okay. So let's talk about 2024. In the numerology of 2024, so all you have to do with numerology is add up those numbers. So 2, 2, and 4 add up to 8. So that means we have an 8 universal year. What does that mean? Well, the number 8, as you see in number 8, it's the infinity sign when you turn it on its side. And it has to do with balance, especially not just the material world, but also the spiritual world. So it has to do with balance and power. But usually I see number 8, this number 8 as prosperity. It has to do with harmony. And some people call it number 8 the great karmic equalizer, because basically what we reap, we will sow. So it's kind of like this figure 8, what we reap, what we sow. Everything's in cycles. So, number 8 and this year has to do with empowerment, manifestation, and infinite abundance. So this year, 2024, a lot of the different experts that I've been listening to talk about how this is going to be an accelerator year. There's going to the frequency. See, this is the deal. The higher frequencies vibrate faster, right? Lower frequencies vibrate lower. So if we're moving up to the higher frequencies, and apparently there are we're going through a photon belt. There's more light and solar flares and cosmic energies coming into the planet. So these frequencies affect us, and it is supposed to help us raise our vibration, raise our frequency. And if we're not easily raising our vibration, it can cause, you know, stress, turmoil, other things. It shedding putting out more light is to help get rid of the darkness, right? So it's important as we evolve, if we choose to, because this is a free will planet, meaning we have the free will to decide, am I going to vibrate, you know, lower or higher in frequency? And the whole point of it is when again, what we vibrate at is what we attract in our lives. And this is the law of attraction. So what's interesting is this universal year of 2024 is the 8. And then in 2025, it adds up to a 9. And then the next year, then it goes to number 1. So 2025, if you add that up, it's number 9. And 9 is the number of completions. So 2025 is going to be a year of completing a cycle. And then 2026 is going to be a whole brand new cycle, because when you add 2, 2, and 6, it comes to 10, which reduces down to 1. So we're going to be starting a whole new cycle in 2026. So there's a lot of changes that will be happening this year. Clearing out the old, destructing things so that new can come in, new forms of monetary, like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, making that transition to that. Also equalizing, I think, power and money in the world will be part of this, where I believe the people, are getting more and more empowered. As we do this, and this is one of the reasons for this live stream, is to encourage us, on what to help us focus on the positive, because most of the media is focused on the negative. It's focused on what's wrong instead of what's right. And again, we know that what we focus on, we attract. If we're watching the news and we're fixating on the negative energy or any negative thing in our lives, we're giving energy to that thing through our thoughts. We're putting our spiritual energy into that thing, which is helping it to grow. So the better way to do it is be aware of what you're focusing on and focus on the better thing that you want in your life. Not what you don't want. And how we're raised is to focus on what's wrong so we can fix it. Well, that'll always lead you to leading a life of trying to find things to fix. So switch, make a shift to what is it that I want, and focus on that. That's why gratitude is such a great practice, because you're focusing on what you want, you're focusing on what you're grateful for and what you want more in your life. So it's important to do that. So again, number 8 is going to be a very interesting year, this universal year. And so it's what we create and not be in fear. And one other thing I had a thought of with this 8, right? The 8, the Eden method, she talks about, there's a technique you can use where you actually go around your face like this and do the number 8, just gently like this. 8 around your eyes, the infinity sign. By doing that, you actually reduce the stress in your life and balance your body energetically. So try that little tip. Just do figure 8s. This is from the Eden method. And I actually found out about this through Colette Baron Reed, so shout out to her. But try that. When you're feeling like you're tense and stressed, it helps the parasympathetic system to get back into balance and to take control. All right. So let's talk about some astrology. Um, because I'm doing this from my phone, I don't have my little graphic that I usually have on the side. But it's okay. So let's talk about the astrology. So we are in the waning phase of the moon, which means the moon was full like on the 26th, the day after Christmas, and starts. Uh, so, I mean, and I think this is Bridget watching. She says, I do that circle 8 all the time. Yes. So again, she's talking about this infinity sign around your eyes and how that helps you get in balance. All right. So let's talk about the waning phase of the moon. So waning means going from the full moon to the new moon. So the new moon this month, the first new moon of the year, is next Thursday in a week on January 11th at 6:57 a.m. So if you've been following me, you know that the new moons are times to start new things. And this being the first new moon of the year is kind of like double special. So if there's any new project, um, or even just your intentions, that you of the goals that you want to set on the new moon, 6:57 or later, um, you know, list those, maybe meditate on them, put some energy into them, or just start them on the 11th, because that's a new moon of the whole new year of 2028. Excuse me, 2024, which adds up to an 8 universal year. And excuse me, because yeah, uh, I have a little head cold that I've been fighting. Um, And just so that you know, I like to also mark on my calendar also when the full moon is. So the full moon, and we'll talk about this in the next couple of weeks, but just to mark it on your calendar that the full moon for this month will be on January 25th at 12:54 p.m. Eastern Time. So I like to know that just so that I know, because from the new moon to the full moon is where we're growing, that's the waxing phase. So that's a time of starting new things, planting those seeds and growing them and building them up until the full moon period, which is like, that's when it manifests. That's when it comes to culmination. And then after that, from the full moon to the new moon is the waning moon, which is the period that we're in right now. And uh, let's see. So right now it's about integration. And thanks for that thumbs up. I think Bonnie Barris might be watching, so that's awesome. Go ahead and comment, and I can put your comments on the screen. So one thing that did happen this year already was that on January 1st at 10 p.m. that night, Mercury went direct. And so Mercury has been retrograde for like about 3 weeks. And that's when Mercury rules communications and contracts and short travel and things like that. So things usually kind of, I like to see it as the weak links show up for you to repair. So Mercury retrograde is always about something, revisiting, repairing, uh, anything with re in it. So that just happened. So it went direct. So that's good, right? Well, there is always a Mercury retrograde shadow. So 7 to 10 days prior to a Mercury retrograde and 7 to 10 days after a Mercury retrograde goes direct, there's this shadow period. So you'll still have weak links and things like that that show up. Like, for instance, head cold that I got and my husband had prior, and gosh, other like this internet situation that we have. So you adapt and find other ways. And I'm thinking of like new ways to do things. It's a new year. It's all about new things, trying new things, starting fresh, um, and that. So just be aware with that. Be aware of that for the Mercury retrograde. You might still be feeling some effects of the Mercury retrograde. Okay, so being that it's a new month, I'm starting a new oracle deck, and I had asked you guys on the Facebook pages and stuff, mostly Facebook, to vote on which deck. I had three different decks to choose from, and there was actually a tie between angels and auras and the divine masters. I'll show you the two. There was a third one too. This is aura and angels and the divine masters. And so it was an equal tie between those two. So what I did was just kind of shuffle them and just picked one at random. And the one I picked was Angels and Auras. And this is by Radleigh, Valentine, and Dougal, rather, Fraser. So this is the new deck from Hay House that is available. You can actually go to my like this. May the angels fill your life with color and magic. So I wanted to share this deck with you. And what I'll do here is just go through some of the cards so you have a sense. But we're going to pick a card for us collectively. Some of you see what the artwork is like. But I'll, gosh, talk about Mercury retrograde. Even getting this card deck to me, considering we've been traveling, has been an issue, but we got them and here they are. So I just want to give you a sense of what the cards look like. To have a sense for if this is a deck that you would like to work with. So for the next 4 to 5 weeks, the month of January, we'll be working with this oracle deck. Okay, and what I want to do is read a little bit from the book before I want to go through all the cards. But before, as I shuffle, I wanted to read a little bit about what the authors, the creators of this deck, said. They had a little introduction in the book. So all of these oracles always come with a little book, guidebook that gives you the meanings of the cards and ways to work with them and other things like that. So, greetings to all seekers and seers. Welcome to the Welcome to the world of rainbows and angels. We, Rad and Dougal, are so blessed to have you join us on this journey. We're going to use what our editor calls a $10 word on you right now. The word is syncretism, and that's syncretism. And it means the blending or attempted blending of different spiritual beliefs, cultures, or schools of thought. As many are experiencing the world is as many are experiencing. The world is extremely polarized right now. Many people see things in only black and white, whereas in our viewpoint, the world is a brilliant rainbow of spiritual experiences. This, the uniqueness of each individual makes them a part of that rainbow. The angels have reached out to us, and now you, in magical ways, as you'll read later in this guidebook, to bring to your eyes the magic of color, to help you perceive not only which angels are present and the way in which they're helping you, but also the color energy around yourself and others to provide healing, insight, and validation. And that's validation that you're a true child of the divine, that you're deserving and worthy of a magical life, that your divine spiritual gifts are within your grasp and could be used to make your life and the world better places to be. This is the empowerment of your personal rainbow. Just a little bit more here. The excitement of being human is that we are all different with unique skills and quirks and personalities. Each of you reading these words or hearing these words is in a different place in your soul evolution and awareness, and that is completely normal. Welcome both newcomers and old friends. So the artist that they worked with on this deck is Brooke Stefanelli, and let's see what they Rad and Dougal are saying is that we'd like you to consider that the most accurate and poignant readings you will ever receive is one that comes from within you. If we could just give you one gift, one piece of absolute magic after our combined 55 plus years of exploring the divine, it would be knowing with conviction in your heart that your angels adore you. Color is healing and playful in nature, and what the divine wants more than anything in the universe is to talk to you, help you, and walk with you throughout your life. So that's a little um, introduction to the deck. And so this is what the back of the cards look like. So let us ask Spirit for a message. It's for all of us watching, both here and now. Oh, Mirka. Hi, Mirka. Nada, she is watching. So hello to you. And so maybe that was you that said that you do the circle, the 8 all the time. So that's awesome. All right, so let's pick a card for us. What do we need to know for our highest and best good for 2024? What message do you have for us? Ah, and the card I got is Sandalphon. Sandalphon, and the color is turquoise. And the keywords on the bottom are forgiveness, seeking freedom, and healing. How interesting. So let me read that to you as I show you the card. It's number 9. And Sandalphon is one of the angels. And it says, this is from the guidebook, Archangel Sandalphon. The meaning of Sandalphon's name is fuzzier than most of the archangels. Some say it means brother together in reference to his relationship to Archangel Metatron, who has a similar backstory. Many think of Sandalphon as the angel of music, and that's true. However, we prefer to focus on what we consider to be his higher purpose as the conveyor of prayers. He is known to carry our prayers to heaven and to deliver answers back to us. In fact, he is said to be so tall that his feet are on earth and his head is in heaven. When we need compassion for others, prayer can deliver. It can push away our egos and wash away the human urge to hold a grudge, allowing us to be in a place of charity, grace, and forgiveness towards others fully. Turquoise is the color of kindness and forgiveness. It is also known as one of the colors of ascension because of its high vibration. Turquoise energy allows us to rise above any situation, no matter how challenging or painful, to see it from the most divine perspective. Allow turquoise to help you see the wisdom of the situation and ultimately set you free. Remember that forgiveness is a journey and not a destination. Now, there is also a shadow message, but since we didn't pick it as a negative, as a reversed card, I'm only going to read that one. So what did you think of that? Very interesting. And the color turquoise also in the chakras. So you go green from the heart, and then there's a turquoise, the thymus gland or thymus area, thymus chakra is turquoise color, also affiliated with Mother Mary. And then you get more into the blue of the throat, and then indigo, and then either lavender or white, for the crown chakra. So this thymus chakra between the heart and the throat, this turquoise color, is the Sandalphon's color. And so this is our message for the year. So very interesting. And perhaps we call on Sandalphon to help us as we get through, not just get through the year, but thrive during this year, right? Okay, so if you like this deck, and again, every week in the next few weeks, I will be, sharing, sharing, uh, picking a card basically, and focusing on this deck for this month. So if you like it, you can shop my Amazon store. Just go to good-vibes.tv. All right. So let's talk about the last episode of season 3 was released last night, and it was SueZee Finley is who I interviewed, and I'm going to pull her up on the screen right now because she has something special
Leslie,
to
hey,
talk
how
to
you
us about.
doing?
We did it.
Yes, I
How
made
are
it.
you?
Okay. So happy to be here.
Good. Yes. Thank you. So, yes. Well, Susie, she is the owner of Acoustic Therapeutics. And I was just telling our audience that your episode released last night so they can watch it on good-vibes.tv. But you have a special event coming up called Blobby's Brain Camp. And I wanted you to tell the audience about that. And we're inviting them to this free event. And I actually created a tiny URL. So when they type that in, they'll go directly to the website. It's a webinar or a Zoom that they'll be attending, and it's this Sunday starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So uh, take it away. Susie, tell me, tell us all about the spring camp and why we would want to come.
Okay, so I am super excited about this event
Are you?
because all of my friends are all kind of in the same boat. We just got through the holidays and everybody is stressed out, burnt out, and they're having a hard time getting back to work and getting into the correct mindset. And it's because we're too tired. And the other thing, a lot of people in this field, a lot of us are entrepreneurs, and we're constantly taking new classes. And it's kind of like sensory overload. There's all this great information out there. We just want to keep taking class after class, and we're trying to take care of our families and run our businesses. And we are tired. So I have an amazing friend, Jessica York, and we teamed up and we're going to teach people how to actually relax your brain, gain creativity back again, and focus. And what we're going to do is going to be a 3-day event, and we're going to keep it short because, again, I know our schedules are packed, but it's going to be 1 hour a night, and it's to relax your brain. So on day one, it's just going to be about brushing off all the negativity and all the stuff and problems from 2023. So we're going to start with a clean slate. So we're going to do some like dancing and shake off movements and get rid of all that negative energy. Then we're going to go into some meditation to calm the brain. And then on day 2, we're going to do a game that I invented called Manifestation Improv. And this is to loosen up actually your creativity again by making like free association and doing some improv. And through improv, we're going to be able to gain the clarity and fun again to do visualization. And then on day 3, after we've, relaxed our brain, recharge it and energize it and learned how to visualize again, on day 3, you're going to do the visualization and help manifest an amazing 2024. And it's going to be fun, relaxing, recharging, going to meet a lot of great people. And I hope you guys come. So you're going to come, Leslie? You got to
Thank you
come.
for the invitation, and I've already signed up for it.
Woo!
And so when
Yeah.
I found out about it just a couple of days ago, I signed up and I thought, oh, I'm going to let all of my Good Vibes, lifestyle tribe know about it so they can attend. So hopefully we'll have some people there from Good Vibes, our Good Vibes tribe, right?
Thank
Let's
you.
see, we
I love
have our,
the
okay,
tribe.
yes. Amy
Thank you.
is asking for the link. And Amy, thank you for watching. And
Okay.
here's the link. It's a tinyurl.com /capital G, capital V, capital T, capital V, and then brain camp. So I made it a tiny URL,
Oh, you may. Okay,
Susie,
good. Because
because it was such a, the link was so big.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So
I
that
love it.
way too, we'll know who's coming. Yes. So there you go, everybody, tinyurl.com /capital GVTV and then brain camp. And you'll be able to sign up. It's a Zoom and it's happening this Sunday, Monday and Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And it's yourself, Susie, and who was the other person that's doing the class with you?
Jessica York. And we actually combined forces. She has an amazing company. It's called Broadcast Like a Badass. She's an amazing video coach. And she's had 30 years experience. She used to do people on the red carpet. Amazing, amazing person. And mine is the Happiness Hive. So her nickname for her group was the Blabbies. And because I'm the Happiness Hive, we were the bees. So we're like, oh, let's be the Blabbies. So that's why it's kind of got a silly
I was
name.
wondering how you came up with Blobby's brain camp.
Blabby's Brain Camp.
I knew the bees had to do with you.
And I'm the bees, so we're Blabbies, and it's going to be so much fun. I think.
That's cute.
Yeah, it's relaxing, it's fun.
Yes.
You're gonna meet a lot of great people.
Hmm.
And I'm so happy you're
Yeah.
coming.
Well, thank you so much for, yes, I will be there. And it's great because, sound therapy, just finishing your show regarding sound therapy, it's all about frequencies, and it's so clear to see how sound, is related to frequency. And in our Oracle deck, color is another thing too. And I know you talk about color a
Yeah,
lot because everything is frequencies, but it's easy to like understand that colors are frequency, that sound is a frequency, and how we can use these things to uh, oh, she can't drop the link.
it work.
Well, I will put it. I think probably you need the HTTPS :// then tiny URL GBTV brain camp. So try that, but I will put it in the description of the video after we're done. Okay, so
Oh,
great.
cool.
All right, SueZee. Well, thank you so much for making the
Okay.
time to stop in. I know you had to tell us a little bit about you were doing some video filming today.
Oh, yes. So
What is that for? It was
I'm very excited about this. I'm in a book called Ageless Voices. It's a book compilation, and it's women aged 60 to like 97, and how their journeys in their life got them to where
uh-huh.
they are today, and how age really is just a number. And there were some of these women doing amazing things. Like there's a woman who I think she's 97, and she runs a steamboat company. Like amazing, amazing, brilliant women.
Wow.
And they're doing like a little documentary film about them.
Mhm.
So I was being interviewed for that, and that should be coming out. I'm
Mhm.
hopefully thinking in March that book will be out. So it's called Ageless Voices.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and it's
Ageless Voices.
Joyanne
I love
Gold.
it. All right.
Joyanne Gold is the lady that came up with this brilliant idea, and she got us all together, and
Hmm.
we're trying to make her vision come to life. So it's
Great.
really cool. So
Yeah.
that's another thing to look forward to.
Awesome. Well, maybe we'll talk about that and then, yeah, we'll
Yes,
do
and you have to
something
have
about that
Joyanne
a little
on
bit
too.
later, maybe.
Yes, yes, yes. And anyone
Yeah.
that comes to the brain camp
Sounds
too, we're going to
good.
be giving tuning fork treatments to you guys. So you're also going to get the sound therapy treatment while you're there.
Oh.
So you're going to see what that's
Hmm.
all.
Yes, and watch her show because you have a special offer in the show where people can actually get a voice frequency test and then find out what their notes are. So they can hum those notes, they can sing those notes, and also you provide a little bit of music in those notes to help harmonize their body that's specific to them. So you've got to watch the episode. Go to good-vibes.tv and watch the episode with SueZee about sound therapy. And then hopefully we'll see everybody this Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday
Yes, it's going to
at
be
your
fun.
workshop.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you, SueZee, for coming, and I will talk to you later.
Okay, sounds great. Mwah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I made it on time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right. So that was SueZee Finley, and you got to check out the episode this on good-vibes.tv. All right, so let's finish up for today. Last week's tip was to declutter to make room for the new. So, did everyone do that? I hope so. And decluttering could be decluttering your house, decluttering your phone, decluttering your email. But the main thing is you're making room for the new. So, if you haven't done that, you can still do that. And the tip for this week is to do something new. Because when we're doing something new, we're changing our frequency. Um, we're getting outside of our comfort zone, and so we're growing. When we're outside of our zone, when we're doing something new, we're creating new neural pathways in our brain, which is really cool. Because to have a young brain or to have a healthy brain, you want to be creating new neural pathways. You want to be changing it up, learning new things. So, the tip for this week is to do something new. And please, when you do, then let me know what those things are. And, just let me know because I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, my friends. Well, this concludes this week's episode of the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream. And I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for commenting. I hope you have a beautiful week. And again, happy 2024 Universal Year, number 8 year. And do your little um, infinity sign, your number 8, and just have a beautiful day. So thank you for watching, and I will put my, let's see here. So interesting because I'm doing this from my phone. I usually have my computer. Yeah, so here I'm going to end with the different ways you can reach me through social media, and I will put the link again for the brain camp in the description below when we're finished. So everyone have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Peace out, everyone.